Well, hello there, dear folks and fellow YouTubers. It's your best buddy here, Nuclear Scality 7, and in at least one of today's videos, I'll be doing part 3 of my walkthrough for Lost Vikings, played through the PC as a part of the Blizzard Arcade Collection. Now what are we? Looks like the desert. I can see that, Sherlock. I think I'm going to be sick. So I'm going to go ahead and select Baleog The Fierce first. Now, you don't have to be any specific character to climb up those palm trees. In fact, we will need Baleog The Fierce to shoot down those coconut-looking objects from the palm tree on the other side of this quicksand pit, so we can safely get across it and not have to worry about getting injured. And up there is a bomb, but I'm going to use Baleog The Fierce first, as we will need Eric the Swift to take care of that. And we will need to use Baleog The Fierce to take care of that red scorpion, as we did just now. Not only that, this is over here as well. So yeah, like the other one, you just keep shooting the coconuts until they lower into the quicksand. So I'm going to keep on playing as Baleog The Fierce until we've got all those coconuts lowered. And also this scorpion taken care of. As we had seen happen just now. Obviously, we don't have the red key yet, and just as future reference, that Egyptian soldier guy on the other side of this door is a little more deadly than some of the other enemies we've seen thus far, and any of the other maps before this one. So we're going to go ahead and use... Whoa. I almost fell in the quicksand. That was not exactly wise, if I may say so myself. Oops. Give the other health item to Baleog The Fierce, considering he needs it more. Ah, that was stupid. Keep making mistakes. So let's go ahead and give the key to Baleog The Fierce. Let's just get Eric the Swift out of the way for the time being. Fight this dude here. Now, as I said just now, these enemies are quite a bit more tough and challenging to fight than the ones in the other levels we've met thus far. Go ahead and give this to Baleog The Fierce, because he kind of needs it more. Although, we're going to go ahead and use Eric the Swift next, and you'll find out why. Because we have not one, but several Egyptian soldiers on top of this part of this pyramid complex. So I'm going to go ahead and plant the bomb there. There we go, and it took out at least one of them. I'll go ahead and use Baleog The Fierce to take out the other guy. That's what we're going to do, of course. It's as if they're moving and grooving to the music. We're going to go ahead and give this health item to Eric the Swift, just because he needs it much more than the other characters. There we go. Although, let's go ahead and use Olaf The Stout for this next thing we're going to do. Besides, we need him to catch up with the rest of the guys. Just to be extra cautious, because you can't be too careful, as the saying goes. Alright, so I'm going to go back up here. Whoa, that was a rather close call if you ask me. Now, notice this demonic-looking object shooting the fireball. The reason I selected Olaf The Stout is pretty obvious. We will need a shield to block the fireballs from that thing. Bit risky, but yeah. And you'll have to, of course, move out of the way of that thing very fast. And we're already at the end of level 1 of World 3, Ancient Egypt. Let's bring all the other two guys. Okay. Boy, these monsters are getting tough. Don't worry, guys. I'll protect you. We're doomed! Game over, man! Password PHRO, or 0, whatever the heck. Okay, so obviously we'll need Eric the Swift for this one. Smash part that object, but let's move out of the way as quickly as we can, so we could use Baleog The Fierce to take out this dude. Voila, that was rather close. Okay, now I'm gonna use Baleog the Fierce's arrow to shoot that switch. And obviously we don't want to go down there because there's a spike to Baleog's left there. Now let's grab some of the other guys and get them to follow suit by coming down. At least over this area. Same with Eric the Fierce, can't talk. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use Baleog the Fierce in case there's any enemies we need to fight. Nope. Let's go ahead and use Olaf the Stout. I'm gonna go ahead and have Olaf the Stout give that piece of health to Eric the Swift, just because he needs it more than any of the other characters. Voila. I'm gonna go ahead and select Baleog the Fierce for this next area, but watch out. Whoa. Leave him alone, boy. Alright, so we gotta go over here. So we'll have to have Eric the Swift get out of the way first there. Now it's time to do the same with Olaf the Stout, but I will look back at the demonic thing shooting out the fireballs, so we can use his shield to face said fireballs. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and have him go down first. Okay. Now Eric the Swift, followed by Baleog the Fierce. That was not wise, buddy. It's as if the enemies are moving and grooving to the music. It's kind of funny. Go ahead and select Eric the Swift to grab that apple or vegetable, whatever the heck you call it. Give it to Baleog the Fierce just because he needs it more than any of the other characters combined. So we're going to shoot the arrow at that switch. Except we will need Eric the Swift to jump across it now. Carefully jump across the spikes. And voila. Have Eric the Swift hit that switch. And there's nothing to worry about because we can have the other guys come and join, including Olaf the Stout himself, who we will bring over here. And don't worry, you can hit the switch again, so that opens back up. Okay, so we're going to head back down. Oh! Watch out. Now, these guys are pretty deadly. In some ways, at least, they're more deadly than the guys we fought in the other levels. And I prefer to just use my sword against them. That is if I'm especially playing as Baleog the Fierce. Die, boy. See if there's any other enemies to worry about. Yes, that's Scorpion. He's dead as a doornail, I'm afraid. Oh! Okay, let's not do that again. Sadly, I'll have to fight that ugly little scorpion again, but hey. So I'm going to go ahead and select Olaf the Stout so we can use him to block the fireballs there. Okay, we're going to use Baleog the Fierce there. Take that dude out. Any other useful items there? Nope. Just that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use the other guys to bring them down here, of course. I'm going to climb up this ladder while Baleog the Fierce... Olaf the Stout defends the other guys with this shield from those fireballs fired from that demonic-looking thing. Okay. I don't know why I'm having slurs of speech in this video for whatever reason. It's not intentional, of course. I'm gonna go over here. Go back up. What is it with these Egyptians? Their tombs are full of traps. Why can't they just keep their big traps shut? Password C1R0. I wonder if that means Kairos in Cairo, Egypt. So I'm going to go ahead and use Eric the Swift to hit that switch, because we will ride it to go up to this area here. But watch out for these falling blocks, because yes, they will hurt you, as you saw happen there. And I just almost barely avoided that one. So, okay. So now you don't want to hit this thing, because that will activate an Indiana Jones boulder that will crush you to bits. Instead, we want to hit this thing over here. And voila. We used him to grab that key. Voila. Now let's talk to this Egyptian gentleman. You clearly do not belong here, friend. That's for the newsflash. I see that Tomato is up to his old games. You know of Tomato? Regretfully, yes. You must find him and destroy him. As long as Tomato lives, you will never return to your own time. Where is this Tomato? How do we find him? You must keep moving. When you find him, you will know. Okay, so. Of course, we will need him to unlock that key. And we're already at the exit. Now, we hit these switches up in a certain pattern, but we keep this one down. Voila. See if we can... There we go. So now I'm going to use Olaf the Stout to activate this switch over here. So that way, Baleog the Fierce can get across more safely. Wait for that elevator to go up. Go down. We'll have Baleog the Fierce join Eric the Swift here, of course. But we will have to have Olaf the Stout join the other guys a slightly different way. There we go, as you saw happen there. Let's not worry about that Egyptian soldier guy. Don't really have time. Let's just join the other guys and get past this level. Now, luckily, I can use that vegetable if I get hurt by him. Except maybe I'll just quickly have... Oh, wait a minute. There. We're going to join the rest of the boys. I wonder if this is King Tut's tomb. Who's King Tut? Some guy Steve Martin wrote this song about. Oh, that's right. Password SPKS. I don't know if that means spikes. So slowly and carefully jump up there. And unfortunately, actually, thank God we don't have to activate something else for it to be safe to move across. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use Olaf the Stout because we will need his shield to defend the other guys from fireballs fired by this other object, as you're going to find out here. Except maybe we should use Eric the Swift first. Oops. Alright, don't do that again. What the heck you do? Okay, so now I'm gonna use Baleog the Fierce to shoot that thing, and voila, it activates something. Not only that, it deactivates the object shooting the fireball. Okay. Some more of these dancing Egyptian soldier guys. And they are dead as a doornail. Let's go ahead and have Eric the Swift give his health item to Baleog the Fierce there, because he needs it, obviously. Voila. He's restored to health again. Now, we will need Eric the Swift for this next part, because we will need him to use his iron head to smash apart that barrier there, as you'd seen happen there. And we'll need Eric the Swift again. Okay. Now watch. This will be a lot of fun. Let's get back up so we can get out of that dude's way. We'll use Baleog the Fierce to fight that jumping, dancing Egyptian soldier there. He is dead, so he's not a problem anymore. Now, notice those hieroglyph patterns on that object of which the apple sits atop of. Now, that is a pattern we will need to memorize to be able to open up an area that will let us out of this level of World 3. I'm going to go ahead and bring Olaf the Stout down here. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and have Eric the Swift, give this to Baleog the Fierce, because he obviously needs it more than the other guys. Just get them out of the way so we can see that if we need to. First, let's fight these dudes so they're not a problem once we solve this puzzle. And voila. So you gotta have it be that one symbol. Let's go back down to see what the other one is. Alright. Gotta have it be that simple. Okay, now we need to go back up and make it a different symbol. Of course, as usual, let's watch out for those blocks, because they will injure us, or worse, kill us. And I just barely avoided getting hit by one myself there. In fact, maybe let's go ahead and use Olaf the Stout so he can use his shield to avoid getting hurt. Let's see what that other one is. I'm suddenly trying to blank on what it looks like. Oh yeah, it's a scarab symbol, which we need to use there. There we go. That's how we do it. So we use it to activate this exit here, I should say. Otherwise, we cannot get out of this level. Bring the other two dudes here. There we go. Great work, guys. Yeah, what teamwork. Maybe we'll get called up to the majors. Don't know what he means by that, but it's funny. Password JMNN. So I'm going to go ahead and use Baleog the Fierce first, except let's go ahead and use Eric the Swift to grab that bomb. Now, let's first use Olaf the Stout, because we will need him to defend this here with his shield. Now, this is a bit funny way we'll have to do this. It's what we need to do if we're going to be able to kill that stationary snake there. So I can use Baleog the Fierce's arrow to shoot at him, while Olaf the Stout uses his shield to block the snake's attacks, whether it be bites or spits, doesn't matter. Of course. There we go. Now watch out for the spikes at the top of that ceiling there. And quickly and swiftly, like Eric the Swift's name, we will have to go up there and grab that. We'll have to use this to... Now, watch out for that mummy over there. Yes, considering the Egyptian theme of this level, there's mummies in this level. So, now we don't want to get touched by those mummies, because we will become mummified and we will die. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and use Olaf the Stout to defend him from that mummy there. I will use Eric the Swift to open up that area, but we'll get Eric the Swift out of the way, of course. Except I need to have Eric the Swift give his key there to Olaf the Stout. So I'm going to go ahead and use Baleog the Fierce to actually kill that mummy with his sword. Haha, he's like a cat kind of desperately trying to scratch someone. It's funny. And voila, he's dead as a doornail. Now, something fun I like to do sometimes is to have that mummy walk near me, so that way you can see it destroy the mummy there, as you saw me do. That's a very fun way to take out those mummies. Okay, so, like before, I'm gonna have Eric the Swift smash that barrier, but then have Olaf the Stout defend it with his shield. So that way, there isn't a problem later on. And before I grab that health apple, I'm gonna fight that mummy with Baleog the Fierce, and voila, he's dead as a doornail now. In fact, even if they don't need it, I'll go ahead and give it to one of them. Okay. Ah, and there's another bomb we can use against those mummies. Except I'm gonna go ahead and use Baleog the Fierce. Okay. As you see there, yes, you become a mummy if you're not careful. I'll go ahead and have Olaf the Stout grab that bomb. Oh, wait a minute. Duh. One of them already has it. My bad. Hey, I'm just a mere mortal like you guys watching this video. Okay, so I'm gonna do something fun again. Although that would hurt Olaf the Stout. We don't want that. Let's just shoot him with the arrow. Although that doesn't actually kill him. You can use it on a different mummy, that bomb. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Okay, so obviously I don't have the blue key needed to activate that keyhole just yet. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab Olaf the Stout, as we will need him for this next little task. Except I think I'm going to have to restart this one again, unfortunately. Luckily, it just restarts this level, not the whole world. So I almost forgot about doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and... First, I'm going to go ahead and have Olaf the Stout use his shield to defend us against that snake. Oops, that was dumb. You have to be careful, because you have to, unfortunately, put it in just the right position, otherwise it will not work against him whatsoever. There we go, he's dead as a doornail. As usual, let's grab that bomb. Have to smash apart this thing. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the red key. There we go. Watch out, of course. Don't accidentally give that to... No, I'm certainly not sure what I was going to talk about. Hey, I'm human. Okay, so we'll have Baleog the Fierce, Olaf the Stout defend the area for us. Well, he not only opens that key, of course. There we go. There we go. Now, this is where things begin to sort of... This is where I'm going to have the three characters part ways, as you're going to find out here. Because I'm going to use Olaf the Stout to go somewhere very different from where we are. Let's not worry about that mummy. Now watch out for those liquid poison droplets, because yes, they will hurt us, and obviously we don't want that. Not even Olaf the Stout's shield will defend us from that. So not only that, we will need to use that to grab a blue key needed to exit this level. And there we go. Voila. So we'll have them go there. So this is actually quite a bit easier level than at first glance. There we go. Okay, so I will unfortunately need Eric the Swift for this one. Die, monster. So, alright. Very, very catchy, fun music. Oh, did do that. So I'm going to use that bomb to attract that mummy. Voila! Kaboom! So now we will need to use Baleog the Fierce to come down here, and voila! He's dead as a rock. So I'm going to go ahead and play as Eric the Swift so we can give that to Baleog the Fierce. There we go, we're joining Olaf the Stout. So now we're gonna go down here, of course. Decent flying, Olaf. Great fighting, Baleog. Yeah, and no one made any dumb mummy jokes. Yeah. Password double TRS. Ah, got injured. There we go. He's dead as a doornail. Die, you retarded. Something, I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and select Olaf the Stout for this task coming up. And either character can climb up that, except let's avoid the spike at the top of the ceiling there. And yes, we will need Eric the Swift for this next little task here. And don't worry, a platform does come up, as you can see there. So, okay, we're gonna grab that. Gonna deactivate that switch, but let's quickly grab that key as you saw me carefully do here. There we go. Oh, that was stupid what I just did. Off the way of those other guys, because yeah. Alright, just to put Eric the Swift to safety. Unfortunately, there's no really avoiding those guys, so. Sure that mummy is incapable of coming where we are at the present moment. Fortunately, he is. He's moving and grooving like a zombie to the music. Fortunately, just have to move out of the way of those dudes. Ah! You know how hard that is to avoid. Boy, I did not make a wise choice selecting Eric the Swift there. I'll just be the first to admit. Man, I was not. Let's go ahead and restart this one, because I did not make a wise choice there, what I just did. Let's go ahead and select Baleog the Fierce for that one part. Grunting to take out this guy. Alright. I was not being wise. Please avoid falling into the spikes there, Baleog. I'll have to send you to the Gulag. Stalin would say. So, we'll use Eric the Swift for this one part coming up. No big I can. No, of course. There we go. Luckily, it lowers deep enough for us to be able to go there. Take out these dudes. Alright, he's dead as a doornail. I'll have to do the same with this guy. Okay, as usual, we will need Baleog the Fierce, because he has the key, of course, needed to open that keyhole, as it's called. Alright. Okay. Go ahead and have Olaf the Stout join the other dudes there. There we go. There we go. Okay, since you can't avoid that otherwise. And we don't have to worry about getting hurt or killed, because I used Baleog the Fierce to take out the other guys, of course. Okay, so now we're going to head on down. There we go. And he is dead as a doornail, I'm afraid. Except there's more than one mummy up there, so we don't really want to go up there at the present moment. Now, something I'm going to go ahead and do with Baleog the Fierce is... Alright. Die, mummy. Take out both of those dudes, so now it's safe for the other two guys. Of course, we will need Eric the Swift to be able to jump and grab that key there. There we go. Alright. Come on, boy. And, of course, some health, obviously, as well. So there's a way to smash that apart. Didn't think so, but I just thought I would check anyway. See if there's anywhere else we're supposed to go. Maybe we are supposed to go back up here. Okay. Let's rise up here, of course. All right. We really cleared that area out there. Oh, I almost forgot about that. Hey, it's better than dying altogether by meeting the spikes. That was not wise. I just did. So maybe we don't want to go there after all. All we're doing is putting ourselves in danger of encountering those spikes there. Oh, there's another area we go up here. I almost forgot about that myself. Okay, we'll use Baleog the Fierce for that one. No, that was stupid. Alright. In fact, I'll give both to Baleog the Fierce since he needs it more. There we go. We've really restored his health. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use Eric the Swift since he can jump. Now be really careful for these falling stone blocks. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Whoa! Don't want to get smashed by those things, believe me, because they will smash you to a pulp, and that won't be good. That's not a good thing, as Big Mac Davis would say in some of his own videos. Ooh. So you have to move out of the way. So we gotta move that object there. Voila, it's filled up with blocks like a puzzle or something. Okay, so I will use Baleog the Fierce for that dude down there. And voila, we're already at the end of the, not the level, but the entire world. So we're gonna bring the other two dudes here. Okay, now it's time to have Eric the Swift come and join the other two Lost Vikings. Well, there. Do you think we'll where do you think we'll end up this time? Oh, somewhat surrounded by monsters, with nasty traps everywhere we turn. Yep, that sounds about right. Awesome. There we go. And obviously, we're in a very different level, judging by both the setting as well as the music. Excellent. Now, what the name of this level is, what do you think those pounders do? Smash big fat Vikings into little flat Vikings. Let's try not to find out. Excellent. And as you can tell, again, as I said before, by the different level and the very different music, we are in a very different level, as I said just now. And, well... that Egyptian level was long and fairly hard, although maybe not as much as the prehistoric level before it, but yeah, that was a definite interesting challenge, and I apologize for some of those annoying slurs of speech. I don't know why I was doing that. I must be getting tired at the time I'm making this, perhaps. This is very late 80s, early 90s urban, which is why I love it, though. Well, there, folks, I believe that will end part 3 of my walkthrough for Lost Vikings. And remember, if you like this video, please shoot a Viking arrow at the like button below. And if you want to see more of my videos, please shoot another Viking arrow at that subscribes button below. And I shall see you all when I see you all in the next video, folks. Goodbye for now and have an excellent rest of your day. And for the next level after this one, I will be sure to find out what the name of this world is. Goodbye for now and have a wonderful day. Amen.